What's poppin', baby? It's your boy MileHighFloatin, always smoking, never choking, but continue with it. Token tuning back in for another one of those bangers by my boy Trapp Tarell. And this one's dope because it's featuring Yellopain, so this is the first time we're gonna see them on a track together, and it's a pretty interesting one, needless to say. It's a MacDonald response to "If I Was Black." They call it "If You Was Black." So I know the feeling, man. I understand where Trapp and Yellopain are gonna kind of be coming from, just because me and Trapp had a long debate about this whole situation. Once it did release, he did, like I told him, from an artist perspective, I knew he was gonna appreciate it, he was gonna understand it, but I do understand from a personal, perspective, like there are certain things about that video, there's certain things, phrases and bars that aren't necessarily, the great representation of what we feel and how we feel. I think that's where a lot of this is going to kind of be coming from, and it's going to be going towards the things that were real personal. You know what I'm saying? I think we can all agree that the song had a message in it, and knowing Tom, we all know it was going to be controversial, but like I said, there's definitely things that he said and showed visually on that video that were just, they were a little personal, you know what I'm saying? So I do understand, man. But let's just do this, man. Let's get this screen recording. Spark up, dab up, vape up, dip up, moonshot, YouTube. Do what you gotta do. Just go up and take a shot of 2 or 3. Because it comes from me. If you're minutes, open your mind, because ultimately that's the only way to go up anyway. And hit the subscribe and hit the bell, because you gotta do them together. Ultimately, that's the only way we're gonna win, baby. You gotta hit the bell with the subscribe button, or it means nothing, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's hit that full screen. All right, we got Trapp Tarell, Yellopain, "If You Was Black," MacDonald response. Let's go.
Hey, bro. Yellopain.
What's up with it, bro?
Hey, come watch this shit. Tell me what you think. MacDonald.
If I was black, probably wouldn't with anyone who's white, cause that slavery would honestly always be on my mind. If I was
Hold on, he said if he was black, he wouldn't mess with nobody that was white because of slavery. Bro, where this dude at, man? We gotta go get this dude, man. We gotta go get this dude, man. He tripping.
I know you're ready for this one.
We tying you up. You about to listen right now, bruh. We gonna tie you up. You about to listen, bruh.
I know you're ready for this one.
Damn.
Yellow! You said if you was black, you wouldn't mess with white people because of slavery. Like I'm supposed to be racist. Pretend white people hate me. If you was black, then you know we fought against segregation. Why the fuck would I be racist? Spit in my ancestors' faces. If you was
Man, that was deep too. He said, "Pretend white people hate me," because that's real life. Like, man, like I don't like. Anybody cannot like anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to pretend it. I'm not about to act like it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna assume that every white person doesn't like me. You know what I mean? And that's that open-minded, talk that I be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where I was like, I know MacDonald was, had good intentions. There's definitely some clout chasing moves and some things that make you question why, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was your purpose of this? Like, there's definitely that. But I definitely think that, the intention was good, but the approach wasn't all out the best. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, there's certain things that he said that just, I feel like resonated with people and hit people the wrong way and touched some emotions and people that people didn't want to be touched. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Like, I do get it, because I'm I get it. Let's just go.
Yellow! You said if you was black, you wouldn't mess with white people because of slavery. Like I'm supposed to be racist. Pretend white people hate me. If you was black, then you know we fought against segregation. Why the fuck would I be racist? Spit in my ancestors' faces.
If you was black, we wouldn't have to tell you shit we all know. Why you got your fist raised like you one of the bros? Or you understand our problems? Or you learning on the low to relate to me? You got like 400 years to go.
If you was black, no, you probably
Dang. I get it. Yep. Like I said, from a personal perspective, because like, even though I'm white and black, like when people see me, they don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm black in majority of the world's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like only someone who is 100% black or mixed like myself will can point me out and be like, nah, you mixed, bro. You a light skinned brother. You know what I'm saying? Or you a mixed brother. You know what I'm saying? Like majority of people who just don't understand and are trying to understand, like they're just not gonna understand. You know what I'm saying? Unless they deal with these types of issues on a day-to-day basis. Like racism is very real, and people, you know, and it comes from all sides. Like I've said, it can come from all sides, but it is very interesting to know, like, I'm white and black, and I just get like such weird, awkward looks, and you know what I'm saying? Even in 2019, man, not all the time. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and by any means be like, yo, white people are racist. Like, hell nah. I have a lot of dope ass white friends, you know what I'm saying? But I get what Trapp and Yellopain are trying to get out. You know what I'm saying? The emotions that they feel when they heard that song. Because like I said, the song was very tasteful. And even Trapp, by the end of him doing his reaction, he, you know, even admitted like, oh, I like the song. You know what I'm saying? I like it. But there's definitely still things in there from a personal perspective that didn't sit well with people. You know what I'm saying? And this is, I feel like, a great approach. So far with just responding to Tom MacDonald. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's more of just this is how I really feel. Let me educate you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you made some points, but you missed some vital ones, bro. And you said some very ignorant things. And this is a very tasteful approach. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like they're gonna really bash him. Like, I do see why they tied him up. This is more of a let me tie you up and let me talk to you situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want you to hear what we have to say. You know? Like, that's what I'm getting out of this. But let's go, man. Like, I know I'm getting deep. It's just because me and Trapp have had a lot of conversations, and not a lot, but we've had a few conversations. It's very deep ones about this topic. So I know where his mindset is at with this already. You know what I'm saying? So let's go.
Race like you one of the bros, or you understand our problems, or you learning on the low to relate to me. You got like 400 years to go.
If you was black, no, you probably wouldn't say half that shit that you had said. No, you wouldn't understand. Only could if you was black. You wouldn't get no praise, cause you out here getting paid off some shit you heard us say. Talking about if you was black. Ooh,
That is an interesting thought process too. You getting paid off some things you heard us say. You know what I'm saying? You're getting paid off of things you heard a black person rant about. You're getting paid off of things you heard, a black person, complain about is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a very interesting. Like I said, man, I get it. Like, I totally understand the emotion that is coming out of these two gentlemen right now in this situation. I haven't spoken to Yellopain about it or anything, but I have spoke to Trapp a few times about it. So yeah, I'm sure I'll speak to him after this even.
I ain't getting paid off some shit you heard us say. Talking about if you was black. Ooh, if you was black, no, you probably wouldn't say half that shit that you had said. No, you wouldn't understand. Only could if you was black. Crazy thing is you had said some shit that I appreciated, but then you said if you was black, you would hate yourself from what people saying. What was I supposed to take from that? To hate myself because I'm black? Then you call white rappers crackers. Disrespected your love for rap, and I ain't dissing you, dog.
Yeah, man, that was one thing that, like, after going back and re-listening to If I Was Black a few times, because I've definitely listened to it a few times, that was one thing that caught my attention that, like, I didn't necessarily like. You know what I mean? I don't think I necessarily pointed that out in my first reaction or my initial reaction to it, but like now going back and thinking about it and like re-listening to the song, that was one thing that caught my attention. Where it's like, like, I get what you were trying to say, but you maybe could have said that a little bit different. You know what I mean? Or just left it out altogether. That whole little section there, But yeah, I do get where Yellowpain's coming with that, because I didn't just quite get that either. You know what I mean? Like, what did you really mean by that, bro? Like, I know you're trying to come from my perspective, but would you really, you know what I mean? That's why, like, I feel like it's just a really big question, I feel like, of why. Like, what was the reason? Like, why did you do what you did? You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know you're a controversial rapper, and, you know, we're all cool with you trying to bring up, you know, touchy subjects and stuff. But this was just one of those ones, I think, that it might have just, you know, you push people a little too far, you know, they're going to start to push back. You know what I mean? And I think that's what this really is just one of those situations where Tom pushed a little bit too far over the boundary line, and, you know, the other team is pushing back. You know what I mean? So,
Black, then you call white rappers crackers. Disrespected your love for rap. And I ain't dissing you, dog. I ain't trying to separate, I'm trying to educate. You said if you was black, you would rock a set of gold teeth to show you Yellopain. But see, we rock gold teeth, cause we was conditioned to show the money. But we out here trying to break the cycle.
Facts, that's real life shit. Facts. We're conditioned. I mean, Tom kind of said that in there, but the way he put that in the chorus, like, you know, he did kind of glorify it more than he, you know, was trying to like turn that down and, you know, like, yo, like, we need to stop doing that and, you know, do this instead. And Bob, like, you know what I mean? He kind of did glorify it a little bit. And he's got a full set of diamonds. You know what I mean? I even said that in my first reaction. Like, if having some golds, so when I talk, you know what I'm saying, shows you that I ain't broke, then what is having a mouthful of diamonds mean? You know what I mean? Like, that's, you for real talking. That's a for real flex. You know what I mean? Like, you for real compensating for something. Saying.
Like you would rock a set of gold teeth to show you Yellopain. But see, we rock gold teeth, cause we was conditioned to show the money. But we out here trying to break the cycle. And you trying to promote a dummy, acting like ignorant black shit is what you would do if you was black. I know you love us, but you too attached, saying stupid shit like we cool with that. You see us like the movie Baps, all out and ghetto like movie black. They in your vid, gave you a pass, I'ma make them snatch their approval back.
If you was black, then you would know that we not scared to walk at night. The whole neighborhood hell raised us, they not tripping, I won't die. You said some true shit, I won't lie, but it's some shit that we don't like. But since we educating people, move aside, let me try. It's all black pride, black power, black prayers, White Houses, white guys, my partner, black privilege. I got it, my culture, but you're watching. Look, I get the whole.
That was nasty how you turned Tom's bar into some shit. That was nasty. Hold up.
If you was black, then you would know that we not scared to walk at night. The whole neighborhood hell raised us, they not tripping, I won't die. You said some true shit, I won't lie, but it's some shit that we don't like.
See, look, and there right there, like, he's acknowledging that, you know, the If I Was Black song wasn't completely false. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there is some facts, some truth to what he was saying. You know what I mean? There's a lot of facts and a lot of truth to it, actually. But there's a lot of ignorance and just unknowing ignorance. You know what I mean? Like, some of it I feel like is definitely for some clout chasing abilities. You know what I'm saying? Like, the title of it, I think, was definitely a clout chase move. The chorus was definitely a little clout chasey. You know what I mean? Like, some of the visuals in the video were definitely a little clout chasey and just like controversial to the point where it was like, bro, that was definitely a clout chase. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like, I totally understand it. Like, but there are some points in there that are very good. You know what I mean? But man, there's definitely just some knowing ignorance and some unknowing ignorance in that song. You know what I mean? And the knowing ignorance would be the clout chasing situations and things he chose to really like raise that eyebrow in a negative, not even negative, but just in that way that was gonna really just kind of irk people. The unknowing ignorance is just some of the things that he was saying that, like, for instance, like the gold teeth bar and stuff, like, oh, you know, if you think I'm broke, I'll put golds in my mouth so when I talk, you know what's good. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever he said. However he said, you know what I'm saying. You know what bar I'm talking about. But, and I want to say there's a couple other bars in there too. Again, the whole just hating white people bar, that was another one. There might have been some good intention within that bar, but it was definitely a very like ignorant bar. So I think that was one of the unknowing ignorance bars. You know what I mean? Like, y'all get what I'm saying. But then let's just go, bro. Like, this shit is deep. I do get it. I'm like, I get it, you know? Like, from a personal perspective, like, I do understand it, you know? I try to just, when I'm on these reactions and I talk about a song and I break it down, I do try to be as open-minded as possible when breaking these songs down. You know, so I try to just put myself in other people's perspectives and, you know, points of views and stuff, so that I just kind of have a better understanding of what the song is about and the approach that the song was taken in. You know, so that's why I didn't necessarily get offended, you know, and I know who I was dealing with. But I do understand there's not everybody's a Tom fan. Not everybody, you know, appreciated him trying to give his point of view in that fashion. And I get it, you know, even from a personal level, like I said, and I'll continue to say, there was definitely certain things about it from a personal level that I just like, you know, was very just like, I didn't like that, flat out, you know? And as I go back and listen again and think about it, like there's definitely things about it I didn't like. But I do understand that I feel like majority of that situation was done with like positive intentions. You know what I'm saying? But there's definitely some negative, you know, intention. Not even in like, yeah, there's just some negative parts about it. You know, let's just go, bro. Sorry I'm talking the ear off. I just know this is a very touchy subject for a lot of people because it was like I said, it's not a song that you can, you either love it or you hate it. You know what I mean? There's not a group of people in the middle. It's a love or hate relationship with that song. So yeah, let's go.
You said some true shit, I won't lie, but it's some shit that we don't like. But since we educating people, move aside, let me try. It's all black pride, black power, black prayers, White Houses, white guys, my partner, black privilege. I got it, my culture, but you're watching. Look, I get the whole point in what you trying to say, but if you was black, you wouldn't rap racism about your own race. Hey, don't y'all rap that to our face. I'm just here to educate. Please don't say in words, but all of us won't let it ruin our day. Wait, hey, whoa, slavery wasn't that long ago. If you was black, then you would know we used to whips and chains and
If you was
gold.
black, no, you probably wouldn't say half that shit that you had said. No, you wouldn't understand. Only could if you was black. You wouldn't get no praise, cause you out here getting paid off some shit you heard us say. Talking about if you was black. Ooh, ayy, ayy. If you was black, no, you probably wouldn't say half that shit that you had said. No, you wouldn't understand. Only could if you was black.
Damn.
I'm here fucking screaming the truth at the top of my fucking lungs. That's false. That's first sentence. That's false. That's false. Bruh. None of us black people today, we didn't go through none of that.
Well, I don't agree. I know he's probably, you know, he does his sarcasm with his truth. But now I don't feel that about white people.
But just because we're black, you think we're angry. You think we're ignorant.
He was pretty much saying, he was like, if I was black, I wouldn't mess with anyone that's white because slavery messed me up so bad. What? What do you sound like? You wasn't around then. All you did was hear the stories.
The fact that he did already kind of makes me feel like he's pandering a little bit. It kind of feels like Hillary Clinton with the hot sauce in the purse, like a little bit to me, because it's kind of like, all right, bro, like we get, like, you know, like
that's a hell of an analogy, like like Hillary Clinton with the hot sauce in the purse. That's a hell of a comparison too, bro. God damn. But I understand what he's saying with that. That's a hell of a comparison. I just had to acknowledge that.
You know, you understand that there's racism in America and they treat black people bad. I mean, if you're not an idiot, we definitely all know that. And I feel that that's a powerful message, right? That's not my problem. Like, my problem is what is he doing this for?
Yep. And like I said, man, I think I said that in the beginning. That's the question. That is the biggest, like, mind, you know, like P. Diddy would say in that, what was that movie? I forgot the movie. Oh man, it's at my tongue. Like P. Diddy said in that movie, it's an ultimate mind. I'm trying not to get demonetized, so you fill in the blanks. But yeah, that's the question, man, is why? Like, what was the real purpose? You know, like, we all know Tom MacDonald is like controversial, you know, artist. He likes to bring up very sensitive topics. He likes to touch on topics that aren't, you know, necessarily popular to touch on, you know, but I think people are just real confused at why, man. I think that's really just the question, is why? Like, what did you do this for? Because we're real confused because you got things that we can all believe in and like understand what you're saying with, like, you know, the whole racism thing, and it's bad and we need to, you know what I'm saying, you know, figure it out and blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, there's a powerful message within that song. You know, like the fact that he's trying to come, you know, put himself into the perspective of another person, you know, is admirable, if you will. You know, I get it. Like, I see what he's trying to do. I'm not gonna like bash him for that stuff. But there's blatantly just like certain things that are, you know were just for some clout. You know what I'm saying? You know the title of that song and certain images, and you know what I'm saying? The chorus, like I said, like there's just certain things about it, bro, that you're just like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? So it really blurs the line of like what the intentions really were. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, like I said, that's gonna be the ultimate like question to that whole situation, bro. It's just what the purpose was for. And honestly, even if Tom MacDonald came out and today and was just like, you know, this was my intention, and gave us a full, you know, legitimate, genuine response, like there's still always gonna just be that just doubt in the back of your mind. You know what I'm saying? That there was just some sort of kind of like negative intention for, you know, with that song. So I get it, you know what I mean? I don't want to talk y'all's ear off. This shit's like 21 minutes long now. So, but I just wanted to kind of get into that. That was a deep situation. I know this Tom MacDonald song was a really hot topic, and you know, I've had a lot of conversations with Trapp about it. So yeah, I just felt like I needed to elaborate on my end a little bit more. And you know, I get it. I understand both sides, man. Like, you know, I'm open-minded, but I do have personal feelings within this. And, you know, I felt like maybe I should give you, you know, some more of my personal feelings and not so much of the understanding, open-minded feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because they can be separated. You know, you can think logically and you can think emotionally. And in reality, we all do. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on which one do you act on, you know, will determine the type of person you are. And I try to act on the more logic side of thinking and, you know, thought processing, and not so much on the emotional side, because when I, you know, act on my emotions like anybody else in the world, bad things happen usually. You know what I'm saying? So good things can happen too. Don't get me wrong. You got to be very picky about when you act on emotions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love you guys. There is no me without you. Let me know what you thought about that down in the comments below. Always remember, live life high, honest, intelligent, genuine, humble. Look at yourself. Let me be like, God dang it, I'm sexy. And ask you living that way. Peace.